We're 2 hours into trading on Thursday, February 17th. Hello, traders. Let's take a look at the market. Let's take a look at my last picks. Then let's find something for today. That's how we do this. Going to keep this fairly short. You can see how the market has been extremely choppy. Gap up, gap up, gap down, gap up, gap down, gap down, gap up. Gaps all over the place. What does this mean? This means that if you are a short-term swing trader, you shouldn't be trading. Right now, you don't know what the market's going to do from one day to the next. Everybody's spooked about the Russian-Ukrainian border situation. Looks like an invasion is imminent. We don't know. Those headlines are driving the market every single day. Then we've got Fed speak. We've got a lot of Fed officials who are starting to turn very hawkish. That's also not good for the market. Yesterday, we got the FOMC minutes, and the market rallied on the news because the probability of a 50 basis point Fed rate hike in March went down from 100% to 60%. I don't believe that because I feel that since the last FOMC statement, the tone has soured dramatically for Fed officials. So I don't think that those minutes really reflect where Fed officials are now. I believe that they're more hawkish, especially after a 1% increase in PPI that came out Monday. In any event, the market's all over the place, so we should not be swing trading. It's going to be very difficult for us to find stocks that have any kind of momentum. They don't have a market tailwind right now, and from one day to the next, that tailwind could shift. It could turn into a headwind. So let's take a look at what the market's showing us right now. Put up the major moving averages, see where they come into play. The 100-day and the 200-day are the primary ones that you need to be watching. You can see that's resistance and that's support. We've been hovering around that 200-day moving average a lot in the last week or so. You know from my videos over the course of the last few weeks, I've been saying I believe we are going to spend time between SPY 430 and the 100-day moving average until that FOMC statement in March. That's still my market forecast. I'm doing a lot more day trading than I am anything else. So let's take a look. I'm going to look at both sides of the market. You don't know from 1 minute to the next if the market's going to be up or down, so you should be prepared and have picks on both sides. Go into the 5-minute chart, take a look, see what the market's doing right now. We have a bearish 10P cross. That happens when the indicator gets overextended to the upside and the red line is below the blue line. So we'll be watching that. We have an upward sloping trend line right now that you can see is kind of being breached to the downside. Look at the market action. There's nothing going on. Yes, we get 3 nice stacked red candles. Yippee, maybe we're going to do something. And then those reverse. Now we've got overlapping mixed candles with green and red. This is a sign that there is no market direction. There's no pace. So we're just going to chop around. Yes, we're probably going to try the downside while I'm doing this video. So I expect for prices to drift lower while I'm doing the video. So you've got the bearish cross here. You've got your upward sloping trend line. Yes, you could take a position, but this type of price action tells you that if you would normally trade 1x on a move like this, you might want to trade 1/4 of your normal size. You do not want to be out there with big size right now because the market has told you that it is directionless. So let's take a look and see what we can find. We're going to go in. Oh, first of all, we got to find out how our picks did. From Monday, I believe, was the last video that we did. Sorry for the hiatus. I am working feverishly to write educational content. That really is my focus. Plus, with the market being up and down, back and forth, there's nothing I can really show you right now because a stock that looked great yesterday and traded well yesterday could look like garbage today. Same thing on the short side. So we'll take a look at LVS. I like that stock. That was the stock that I highlighted. You can see that the stock has actually been able to hold this breakout. It still looks good. I think LVS is going to continue to push higher. The other pick that I highlighted was PFE. And that was a short that I like below the 100-day moving average. And you can see it's been able to drift a little bit lower. We had a nice little rally in the stock yesterday, and that got smacked down right away, leaving this bearish hammer. I believe that Pfizer is going to continue to drift lower. So let's keep the searches really easy. Let's go into custom search, and I'm just going to mark a bunch of boxes here right across the board. Bearish trade signal. Now, this uses relative strength, relative weakness as an input, and it also uses 1OP as an input. In this particular instance, you've got a bearish signal across multiple time frames. So we're showing a sell signal on a daily, 4-hour, 2-hour, 1-hour, 30-minute, and 15-minute basis. Hey, these should be some dang bearish stocks, right? We've got a sell signal on this across multiple time frames. That confirms that sell signal. So let's see what we can find. I'm going to move this off to the side, and let's just click through. I'm going to start with a daily chart. I want to make sure that the stock is bearish on a daily basis. Very important. Downward sloping trend line, for instance, in Pfizer. That tells me that this stock is super weak and I can expect follow through, wind at my back. Even when I'm day trading, I want to make sure the wind is at my back, because if my entry is less than perfect on my day trade, I know I've got some latitude to let the stock move around, knowing that it's likely to continue to go lower on a longer term basis. So I'm going to find my bearish pick of the day for a day trade by focusing on the longer term chart. Yes, Abbott actually looks like a pretty good short. You can see how it's breaking through that 200-day moving average. AFRM. Nasty, nasty chart. Look at that selling pressure. Yes, AFRM would certainly qualify. So I'm just kind of writing some notes right now because those are right off the bat. Two excellent shorts. I don't know this. And that's starting to form a base. I don't know this. If I don't know the stock, or it's kind of chopping around, it's got some support right here, I'm going to take a pass on it. I want something that's breaking through that support, breaking through a major moving average, a name that I know. So that's why I'm just kind of flipping through this. DXCM, that's a pretty decent looking chart. IBM, whoa, through that horizontal support. That is a pretty dang bearish chart. I'm kind of liking that one. Do you see how easy this is? Just going through and picking off these charts, taking a look at what they look like. IVR, that's an interest rate instrument. So with interest rates moving higher, bonds are moving lower. Know what you trade. McDonald's, nothing too excited. Yes, MMM. Okay, here's another one. Big breakdown here. Although I wouldn't be overly anxious on this one because this could be a selling climax. And the way that I know that, downward sloping trend line here, breach to the downside, that's usually what a selling climax will look like. So not overly interested in that one. This is nice. I mean, look at these stocks. These are just great charts. Oh, wow. NEWR. That is a nasty little drop right in there. Big gap today, too. So that stock looks like it is going to continue lower. Let me get this out of the way. Let's take a look at that 5-minute chart. That is a stock that is dropping pretty hard in here. All right, we're going to go back to the daily chart. I don't know that company, but that is a nasty little chart. ORCL. Oh, yeah, beautiful. Look at that breakdown through horizontal support right here. Oracle. We got more flipping shorts. I would take a position in PayPal. Look at that. I could take any one of these. All looking good. Now, there is one thing I want to mention. When you've got a lot more shorts starting to pop up, TWLO, very weak, upward sloping trend line, breach to the downside, bearish flag formation, TWLO. Folks, it doesn't get any easier than this. I mean, I'm just going through and just picking these off. UA, that's a nasty little chart. VSTO breaking down, long red candle, do 52-week low. Workday, nasty, ZM. I could pick any one of these. Let's see, which one do I want to highlight right now? This is post earnings on UA, so it's probably going to have some follow through. I have so many stocks I can pick from right now. I don't know what I'm going to choose here. Maybe IBM. That looks pretty nasty. It's still got a ways to drop. Double top, lower high. You can see that. That's pretty good formation. Yeah, let's make IBM the short of the day. Abbott was on the list. Affirm was on the list. TWLO was on the list. Oracle was on the list. MMM was on the list. Any one of those will work. So let's go in and let's do the flip side. Here's the search that I used. Okay, I want to have decent option liquidity. So -3 or higher value for the low value will work. And I just marked trade signal bearish. Let's do the flip side. Bullish, 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 bullish. And looky there. All sorts of nice stocks coming up. So I'm going to keep this video short. I could go through every single one of these. I did take a look at this. I like Baidu. It's a name that we know. Stock is actually moving higher through this horizontal resistance level. It's above the 200-day moving average. The market's been down, down, down today. Stock has been holding up relatively well. Let's take a look at the 5-minute market chart. There's your gap down. Okay, yes, we're getting a little bit of a rally here, and Baidu is selling off. Well, that's not exactly what we would like to see right now. We would like to see market moving higher, stock moving higher. So on Baidu, you want to hold off for a little bit. I like the daily chart on it. You want to see it regroup here a bit. So let's go through and see if we can find what other. I was going to do Baidu, but I needed to see better on that type of bar. I don't want to see that sell off, but I like Baidu. It could still remain my long of the day. So I'm going to go back into the daily chart. Let's knock through some of these and see what we got. I'm just going to be flipping quickly. That's beautiful. I like that low holding there at 2150. Stock probably going to start grinding higher. Up on a down market day. That is CNR. Believe that's Canadian Resources. I can go in and check. Nope. CNR though looks pretty good. As long as I've got the chart, I don't have to worry too much about the underlying company. That is CTXR, cheap little $1 stock. Yes, they do come up. EGO, that's nice. Gold, very strong. That's a gold company. FRO, Frontline. Nice breakout here. Look at that. Before the open, through the 200-day, through the 100-day, through horizontal resistance. FRO looking really good. May have to be my pick of the day on the long side. It's going to be hard to beat that one. Whoops, let's go back into that daily chart. This is looking pretty good. GDX, also gold related. I'm going to skip through a few here because I don't want to have this video last too long. MOS, Basic Material Fertilizer Company. MOS looks excellent. Like it a lot. There's a lot of gold stocks in here. SBLK, that's a shipper. Look at that. This was on the list very early. One of our members caught that in the first half an hour of trading. Hello. Big volume. Nice day trade. Don't know that I'd want to be continuing to be long after such a big run like that. STNG, also another one of those. Tanker companies, looks good. THS. I'm going to go with FRO. That looks really, really solid. I like that one. Let's go in and take a look at what the company does. Oil tankers. So all of these are shipping, oil tanker related. I'm sure related to the Russian-Ukrainian conflict right now. Those oil pipelines could be shut down if Russia invades the Ukraine, that will put increased demand on a lot of these shippers. So that is probably the play that's taking place there. I do like that Baidu chart though. Baidu has been creeping higher, and you can see if we put up the 10 SI indicator, it has been strong relative to the market, orange line above zero. So I do really like that one too. I'm going to say I like Baidu. If I were going to pick one to swing, I would go with Baidu. If I were looking for one to day trade, I'd probably use the momentum from FRO or SBLK. Those look good. Gold looks excellent. Mosaic, MOS, that one looks good. So Baidu is my kind of swing trade of the day, but I would like some of those shippers, FRO, for a quick day trade. That's all I've got for you today. Hopefully, I'll get that educational content written in the next few weeks, maybe the next month. It's taken me a long time to do that. And then I'll be able to come back around and I'll be able to show you that content and do a video on that specific topic. Please leave your comments. They give me ideas of the types of things that you're looking for educational wise, and they keep me motivated to do these videos. Thank you. Good luck with your trading. We will see you probably Monday. Make that Tuesday. Monday's an exchange holiday. So enjoy the extended weekend. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers, and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.